Hey everybody, today we are going to handle a very sensitive topic and finally answer the question, does summer in Denmark suck? And to answer that question, I'm going to be providing you with all of the pros, all of the points and reasons why Denmark does not suck in the summer.
And I'll counterpoint with all the cons why summer, in fact, does suck in Denmark.
And while we always encourage a healthy discourse in the comments, feel free to share them, but let's be nice to each other. So the first reason that I have to tell you is a pro and a reason that summer in Denmark does not suck is the mild temperatures. And I know what you're thinking, okay. It's not the same as going to Greece or Spain or Portugal, and I understand completely. But I do have to say there's something very nice about the mild temperatures. And I recently was back in the United States in my hometown of Philadelphia. It can be very hot in the summer, and it was 37 Celsius. So what's that, like almost 100 Fahrenheit on the day that we left to fly back to Denmark. And I was so excited to get on that plane because it was miserable. It was 37 and humid. You could not be outside. I was soaking wet in basically my own perspiration. As soon as I got out of the shower, I almost needed another shower. Couldn't be outside, had to be in the air conditioning just to live that day. And you don't have that kind of thing in Denmark. And if you do, it's very rare.
So I have the flip side for that one. You may say the weather is mild. I say the weather is not summer-like at all. There's no warm weather. I mean, the term summer sweater is an oxymoron, not an article of clothing. The fact that you have to wear long pants and long sleeves just because you want to step into the shade isn't something that I think is summer. Summer is for shorts and t-shirts, not summer sweaters. So I counterpoint you on saying you like the mild temperatures because you could be sweating in 37, 40, 45 degrees. How about a nice 25? I would take 25 degrees. That would be fun because then I can wear shorts and a t-shirt instead of having to wear my North Face jacket, which has logged as many miles as I have as I wear it all around the city in the summertime because you know what? It's going to get chilly and you have to be ready for it.
I will cede that point a little bit, but you know what? The variety is so nice.
I don't disagree.
You might get rain, you might get sun, you might get it all within the same hour of the day. And you know?
Yeah, but if it was so good, then why would the entire country go to Spain on 3-week holidays every single summer? Because they want to get that chance for heat.
For the tapas.
Also the tapas.
Yeah. Well, another one that I really love about summer here is outdoor activities. Now, weather aside, when it's a nice day and you can be outside, there's nowhere you would rather be in Northern Europe, in the world, than in Denmark. It's just wonderful to have so many outdoor activities, to be able to enjoy the nature, go sailing, go to the beach. You know, there's some beautiful beaches here and people don't always expect that. And I really do think that that's one of the best things about spending summer here is just all of the outdoor activities that you can engage in, whether you're just relaxing at a park with a bottle of wine or sitting along a waterfront somewhere. There's so much that you can do.
You set up my con with the first thing that you said, which was when it is nice. The con is that the weather is unpredictable. Not only do you have to contend with the fact that it's going to potentially rain. I mean, I talk to colleagues that are having parties in the summer for graduations or round birthdays, and the number one thing everyone talks about is how they have to borrow or rent a tent because they know it's going to rain. So you may say, oh, it's so nice to be outside. At the same time, this is also a place where, what do we hear all the time? It's not bad weather, it's bad clothing. Yeah, it's also you need a tent for every party you have because it's going to rain. And on top of that, you can't always trust the weather apps because it may say, ooh, the weekend coming up, it's going to be partly sunny, it's going to be fantastic. Then the day before, it switches to nothing but rain.
Sometimes the same day.
Sometimes the same day. I agree with you that generally the weather is going to break and you're never going to have a total washout kind of day in general. But at the same time, not only do you have to have a summer sweater, you got to make sure that you have a rain jacket and umbrella with you as well because it's going to rain.
Okay, well, anybody can enjoy summer in the sunlight and the warm temperatures, but Danes find a way to make the most of it.
Are you gaslighting yourself?
I'm gaslighting myself here. Yeah, that's usually the job of Danish people.
Yes.
But I'll do it to myself here. So another one, though, that is a huge pro about summer in Denmark is cultural events. There's so much going on every weekend. There's always something to do. There are all kinds of small local festivals and cultural events that you can go to. Every community is doing things all summer. And that's with a lot of people traveling and going on holiday elsewhere. There's still all kinds of things for people to do. I definitely feel like the part of the year that's cold and everybody's inside is the reason why Danes find ways to really make the most out of summer.
Yeah, so the challenge with that and the con with that is that means that wherever you want to go, when the weather is nice and you want to do something out there, it's going to be crowded because everyone's doing the same exact thing. You know, when that weather is super nice, it's 26, 27, everyone's down on the harbor. Everyone's down on the harbor. You can't find a single place to go sit and jump in because everybody's there. You want to go to the park, have a little bit of space for a little peace and quiet out there. Everybody's in the park. Oh, you want to go to that cool restaurant on the canal. Everyone is there as well. The one downside is that when you want to do something outside, everybody's there too to do that one awesome thing that's happening that time.
But isn't it funny? Isn't it funny though? Like when we get that first nice sunny day, it could be in March, it could be in April. You never know when it's going to be. Where it's sort of like a mild temperature and it's finally sunny on a Saturday or a Sunday, and all of a sudden you're like, where did all of these people come from?
Yes,
I've never seen any of you before in the entire rest of the year, but you all came out today.
It's kind of funny because if you come to Copenhagen in, say, March, you're like, oh, that's a cute village. And then you come back for that nice first weekend in May, and you're like, oh, holy crap, how many millions of people live here? And I will say, I'm on the con side of all this. I actually love summer here, but I gotta play the character on this.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Look, some are better than others.
There you go. Yeah.
But I will say another really nice thing is that on that sense of activities and things to do and people being out, there really is this like sort of sense of like community. I mean, the lifestyle here in summer is so nice.
Yeah.
And it really does feel like everybody is suddenly, some people even smile. Like it's like people are just in a happier, better mood because we know what it's like the rest of the year. And so when you have those nice days, when the weather breaks, it really is like part of the reason there's nowhere else you would rather be is because it just seems like everybody's enjoying it together. It's this outdoor dining, going to a street food park, hanging with your friends in a very laid-back way outside. Everybody's happy.
But the downside of that is everybody's exhausted because nobody is sleeping, because there is no light balance, because the sun is down for about 5 hours, and that's it.
Yeah.
So the challenge is, it's actually on both sides is a challenge because you're out with your friends, you're having a good time, you're having some beers, and then suddenly you realize, holy crap, it's 10:30 at night and I have to go work tomorrow. The flip side of that too is then you go to bed and you're like, I'm going to get a nice night's sleep, and then suddenly you wake up at 3:30 in the morning because the sun is coming through what you thought were your heavy blackout shades to black out the sun. No, the sun comes through.
The sun finds a way.
The sun finds a way. So that's the downside of this. In the winter, I may be dealing with seasonal depression, but at least I sleep well.
So you are well rested to be depressed all day.
Correct.
And that makes sense. But you have longer time for all of those activities in summer because you're just constantly awake. The nice thing is at least you don't have kids that are waking you up or like refusing to go to bed.
We hear that from friends of ours that have kids. We understand this is the hardest time of year for them because their body clock says we're up. And they get less sleep than we do. At least we have the option of putting another row of blackout shades on the window and being able to hunker through and sleep.
Yeah. Well, if you want to hear more about summer in Denmark, especially all of these fun cultural holidays and activities and things that happen that may be a little bit weird if you're first arriving or first moving to Denmark, you can watch this video right here where I actually interview myself from the year 2017 when I first moved to Denmark. And you can watch me interview myself about the weird things in Danish summer in this video right here. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Hi.